Have you ever felt like you had a home, but you weren't quite sure where that home was? The sense of not knowing one's home can make you feel isolated from everyone around you and make you feel as if you're an alien from a faraway planet. How would you like to feel as if you were being born again and were given the chance to equal opportunities as your fellow peers? Today's guest will talk about the exciting new things that came along with becoming a U.S. citizen on her last visit to her birthplace, Colombia, along with the gifts that she received from her trip. The Humanities Communication Arts at Norwalk Community Colleges presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future directors, writers, and personalities. And now, join our host, Jermaine, to meet the new director.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All of the people involved with this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the very first time today. The guests you will meet on this show are students who went out on camera or behind the scenes, working hard to bring this program to you with very few mistakes as possible. Each student has written, directed 4 different productions. This program will give you the chance to talk about themselves and the productions they've created, and give you the chance to get to know them and enjoy some of the work that they've done during their semester. Our guest today is a Colombian native who recently became a U.S. citizen and can now officially call herself an American. We would like for you to meet today's guest, Camila Aguirre. Hi.
Hi, thank you for having me.
No problem. So, we know that you just received your citizenship, so have you received any gifts? Can you also tell us about what it is and what it means to be an American?
Well, it wasn't like an overnight change or anything. I kind of always been the same person my entire life. I think I've been American my entire life, but I think the only difference between me and a U.S. born citizen is that I actually had to work a lot harder just to get that same entitlement. And now I guess I have a voice that I could use. It's just what do I do with it? I just choose to use it for to speak for those who can't speak for themselves, the oppressed. And you asked what other gifts I received. Well, when I went to visit my country in Colombia, I went around Christmas time, so we're very religious. We use a lot of lights. We're very festive. So my main gift towards the end of my trip was I received a nephew. I was blessed for that, so it was like a Christmas present within itself.
Well, congratulations on your citizenship, by the way. So tell me, what made you decide to take the television production course?
I always had a curiosity about post-production and how to edit my own videos. So I wanted, and this new generation with cameras are constantly changing, and I wanted to be able to professionally edit my own videos using Avid, and in the future I can really see this as a possible career for me.
What are the most useful things that you've learned in the television production course?
The most useful things? Well, I would say that would have to be, I learned to use good composition, sequencing, writing storyboards, and scripting, as well as Avid production editing, electronic video effects, and superimposition, and keying and wiping. So there was many things I learned along the way.
So tell us about the productions that you've done. The learning project, action sequence, the New England seasonal project, and the Orange project.
Okay. Well, okay. So for my New England project, first I started with my talk video. There I used
Oh, the talk, I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah, it's okay. For the talk, I used storyboards, close-ups, conveying action scenes. I worked with talent, and it was mostly about capturing, all those actions, continuous zooms in, and And then for my second project, I did my student studies. There I did a lot of close-ups, was a lot of action scene, conveying actions, and then third was my New England Fall project. There I used my 6 guidelines for good composition, simplifying rules of thirds, lines of grace, continuous zooms ins and outs. I used poor man's dissolved, shift focus, and learned to title in music. And then I did my orange project. Here I worked with an actor in an orange and used everything I learned throughout the semester all in one to make my orange project.
Great work. So I know you have at least one project that you feel was your best. Tell me a little bit about your best project while we watch a sample on the screen.
Well, my best project was definitely my fall foliage, just because I put so much time into it. I did a lot of editing for the colors, and like I said before, there we go. I did a lot of close-ups, continuous zoom ins and outs, as well as used my lines of thirds. I used shift focus and poor man's dissolve. So overall, that was pretty much my favorite. I love doing nature, so pretty easy.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you've mentioned a variety of things that you learned in this course. Tell me a bit about what is the most important and the most interesting thing that you learned in this course, and how will you put it to use?
Well, I learned so much. I learned how to key titles. I used different video techniques, and I learned how to different camera placements. I think overall, I just want to continue my work so I can make better videos that I've learned from this class. And I want to use all the techniques so I can just continue making more videos when I travel.
So today we got to meet someone who shared with us her experiences in 2 exciting parts of the world that not everyone gets to see. As a new director, she hopes to apply what she learned to NTC to travel to parts of the world where many people don't get the chance to go to. She also plans to get the new knowledge from TV One to keep creating amazing composed photos and videos of all future work. We all would like to thank Camila Aguirre for joining us today.
Thank you.
No problem. We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each and every week to watch our progress. Thank you and have a great day. And music. That was good.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Jermaine, directed by Marcus. I'm your announcer, Chris. This has been a Norwalk Community College student production.